Jackson had a message on the bulletin board. It said, "We gave them confidence. Now we must take it back. We must play more than 12 minutes this game," he said. "You have to fight off the boredom. You really have to get after them. We need a constant effort." He said that we usually play to the level of our competition. He said, however, we have a chance to take control of this series. I asked him if he felt if the only way his team would pay total attention is if they lost the game. Jackson told me, "I hope not, but probably." Let's go down to Lewis Johnson.
All right, Jim, thanks a lot. Well, Byron Scott told us yesterday that his offensive system is set up for 6 or 7 guys to be successful other than Jason Kidd. Now, back in the locker room before this game starts, he told his entire team tonight that they must play with passion and meaning, 2 things that he thought were absent in game 1. He told me that he would speak to 3 or 4 individuals about the importance of tonight, and when I asked him who, Byron Scott would not say, but Jason Kidd said this: "The big thing is not to go down 0-2 because the chances of coming back to win this series against the defending champions is slim to none." Marv?
All right, Lewis, the officials, Bennett Salvatore, Steve Javie, and Don Vaden. Only 2 teams, the 69 Celtics, the 77 Trailblazers, have ever come back from a 2-0 deficit to win the NBA Finals. Kobe Bryant over Terry Kittles. Kobe would like to get going. Only 6 of 16 from the field in game number 1.
The fewest number of shots that he's taken in the playoffs as the Nets pinching the wings, forcing Shaq to come up the lane to receive. That's good defensive strategy by Byron Scott.
And Kenyon Martin taking it down low on Robert Horry. Rick Fox over to help, came up with the strip.
What you look for from New Jersey is pressure on the ball. Are they going to make the Lakers have to play from the outside most of the game, make Shaq come out to receive?
Fox backing it up on Van Horn. Shot clock to 5. See Shaq check the clock. Puts the move on McCullough.
That guy's pretty good. That's the shot you pray for him to take, and he's just making it look effortless, as routine as Jabbar's skyhook.
Here's Kittles. Now, Kittles opened up hitting a couple of jumpers early, but then was not able to get into it and sat for a long period of time. Only 3 of 7 in 25 minutes the other night. In fact, the Nets just 6 for 22, only 14 points in the first quarter. Here's Kittles. Not able to hit from downtown. The Lakers led by as many as 23 in the first half on Wednesday.
Jason Kidd is such an aggressive offensive rebounder. The Lakers can take advantage of that by getting out on the run.
And Bennett Salvatore with the call away from the ball. A hold on Kenyon Martin, who got caught on Derek Fisher, who was cutting along the baseline.
Not a good start for Kenyon Martin. He gets stripped down low initially by a little guy. Get that elbow up high, and then a foul away from the ball. Needless, senseless.
Once again, Shaq getting possession. You saw Kidd try to cheat over, but as I mentioned at the start, Byron Scott does not want a double team. Shaquille O'Neal, Van Horn.
The Nets are a little bit out of control. There was a quick shot from Van Horn, another quick shot from Kittle.
The Nets have to take the ball at Shaq, make him guard the ball.
Well, McCullough tried to do that with a sweeping hook.
But McCullough's not the right guy for that. It's got to be the other guys driving the ball. Then McCullough steps into the open seam and is the finisher, not the creator.
Bryant. Kobe able to get to it, and he is fouled. It's a non-shooting foul.
When you want to run, you have to get the ball first. 3 Nets were around the ball. They all ran away from it. Kobe steps in, picks it up, and goes to the line. They call it before he shot.
Foul on Kittles. Lakers with a 4-2 lead. We are just underway here in Los Angeles. Here's Fox to three. And Van Horn did not react quick enough.
New Jersey continues to switch everything. Not even on the hard interchanges are they staying with their own guy. Byron Scott may want to readdress that strategy.
Kittles fires and hits, so Kittles has come out and hit 2 of his first 3. Lakers up 7-4.
The Lakers will try to make Kerry Kittles beat him from the outside. He might have to take 25 shots tonight.
What's wrong with that?
Well, you love it if you're an offensive player.
Now Van Horn playing Fox chest to chest. Here comes Kidd to help. A little extra step taken there by
rather for the New Jersey Nets have Kerry Kittles take 25 shots than Jason Kidd. He took 26 shots to get 23 points. That ratio is not good.
Here's Kittles popping it up, and he draws the foul. So Kittles heads to the line. He's fouled by Bryant.
The problem with their attitude against Shaq is they're not really going after him. You know, Jason Kidd came in, but he didn't really make an attempt to do anything. And McCullough is just giving ground. So whenever Shaq gets the ball, he knows he's going to get a good shot.
Kerry Kittles averaged 13 a game during the regular season. A dramatic bounce-back year. His numbers have been down in the playoffs. Not too many people thought that Kerry Kittles would be in uniform this season.
They thought his career was over. They thought he would never play again. The diligence, the hard work, the persistence, the commitment, though, paying off for Kerry Kittles, resurrecting his career.
Spent all of last season rehabbing the right knee after the offseason surgery. Bryant had it knocked away by Kittles. Good play. Here's Kittles with Fisher back.
Now that is New Jersey at its best.
Now Bryant tries to break down. Challenges Kenyon Martin.
Kenyon Martin has to be very careful. Already has the one silly foul.
Martin gets inside and he is fouled. This is not the pace that the Lakers want to play.
But it's definitely what New Jersey wants. They have to get this going.
You see the Nets swarming, and they strip the ball of Kobe Bryant, and watch the foot speed of Kittles. He'll just outrun everybody and then finish. He scored all of their points here early in the ball game, so a good start for Kerry Kittles, and that's really got to be a good sign for Bryant, because I'm sure that's one of the guys that Byron Scott talked to before the game. I'll get his name right before this game.
Steve's still caught up in the excitement of his daughter's graduation. Welcome back, Steve.
Nice to be back. I was rescuing you from Bill.
Thanks. Good.
So true.
Congratulations, Steve. We're very proud.
Thanks.
Lakers up 11-9. Bryant using the screen, then leads Ori on the pick and roll. Has to fire back out. Ori is open with time for three. Here is Kittles on the quick release, shooting the three. Kerry Kittles with the green light here at the start.
He is determined. He made this a decision back at the hotel at the beach today. I'm shooting every time I touch it.
Oh, the facial served up by Shaquille O'Neal.
Throw it down, big man. Throw it down.
So Shaq with his third field goal, he has 6, and the Lakers up 13-9.
But this is the kind of start New Jersey wanted. They wanted to be close. They want to stay tight.
Martin over Ori. O'Neal able to one-hand that rebound.
Tough to play back to the basket against Robert Ori when you're giving up size.
Now keep an eye on Shaq, though. He looks a little tired, a little flat. You know, he normally runs a little bit better, but this quick pace is going to hurt him.
Fisher, nice move, but not able to convert. Beautiful look away chance, and the shot rejected by Bryant. Kittles for three. Kept alive by Kidd and Ori, able to get to it. O'Neal, and the Lakers lead 15-9. This grows into it here at the start. This game has had more excitement in the first 6 minutes than we saw all of game one.
Steve, I go back to your comment about Shaq looking flat and tired. Balderdash is all I can say.
Oh, new word.
Steve, do you see what you missed? Shot clock at 5. Martin was able to recover. Just did get it off. Van Horn. Was pulled down, and the foul on Van Horn.
For the Nets to win, everybody's got to play well.
A moment ago, Robert Ori, vying for a rebound, was pulled down by Keith Van Horn and was looked to be shaken up. Although Robert remaining on the floor. For more on that, let's go to Jim Gray.
All right, thanks, Marv. He suffered a hip flexor and a pulled right hamstring. Asked Gary Beatty about it. He said, if you ever watch Robert play, everything hurts. Now this does as well, and he'll continue. Marv?
A trainer complaining about his player? Wait a minute.
I can't believe that from Gary Vitti. I mean, this guy, Gary Vitti, has so much credibility and such a great bond with his players.
On the left-hand attempt by Bryant. I think that Gary Vitti was saying it in a positive manner. Beautiful run by Kobe Bryant, able to spin his way, and the Lakers now lead 17-9.
As a defensive player, Todd McCullough, who will never be confused with Bill Russell, he has to keep his body in front of Kobe Bryant, no matter what moves he brings.
Jason Kidd with his second shot attempt. Richard Jefferson, the rookie from Arizona, has checked in for the first time, replacing Keith Van Horn.
First quarter at the defensive end, the Nets have the same attitude that they had, and they're letting the ball move too freely.
Fox turned back by McCullough. Here's Kittle, set up by Kidd. McCullough. Kidd on the rebound is fouled by Fisher.
Now, the only net that can make a shot is Kerry Kittles, who's now 3 for 7. And with a couple of more misses, the rest of the team is 0 for 9. So offensively, they got to get some people in the game to make some shots. You don't scare the Lakers if you can't score against them.
Phil Jackson cannot be happy. New Jersey already has 6 offensive rebounds. And that's a foul there, capitalizing.
Jefferson hit from behind by Ori, so that is the 4th team foul committed by the Lakers.
The good ball movement from the perimeter. Richard Jefferson, who did not assert himself on the offensive end, only taking 4 shots there.
Gave that foul to Shaq.
Apparently they changed the call. It is Shaquille picking up his first. Richard Jefferson came into the league noted for his defensive play. Has shown that he's quite an all-around performer. He can do it on both ends.
Yeah, he's one of the energizers for the team, and he's got to come in and play well at both ends. He's got to rebound it, he's got to defend it, and he's got to score the ball in all areas as they try to pick up defensively.
Some pressure shown by the Nets. The Lakers now lead by 6. O'Neal is fouled. You saw Martin come over, trying to help McCullough.
What ball movement by Los Angeles. Bringing up the middle of the floor. They realize that McCullough is up on the high side, so they kick it to the wings, and then they're just too late because Shaq is so good at positioning himself. The way he keeps his shoulders and elbows up broad, always presenting a target. Todd McCullough has to sit it out in early foul trouble. Now can the bench guys come in and make a contribution?
Now Shaquille O'Neal 12 for 21 from the line in game 1, but only 8 of 16 in the 4th quarter. He's now at 64% from the line in the postseason. Let's check in with Lewis Johnson. Lewis?
Hey, Marv, I talked to both Todd McCullough and Jason Collins about defending Shaq in Game 1 and their adjustments for Game 2, and they told me they watched about 20 minutes of the video from Game 1 and both agreed on 2 things. Number 1, too often they gave up that position in the paint on Shaq and he burned it. But number 2, there's a problem with Shaq's listed weight. When I asked McCullough if Shaq is 335 pounds, quiet Todd McCullough broke out in a loud laugh and said, there must have been something wrong with the scale.
There's a problem with the listing of his weight.
Yeah, they think he's hovering about 380 or 385.
Meanwhile, the Nets are only 3 of 17 from the field in this first quarter. The foul on Jefferson. We're just under 4 minutes remaining in the quarter. Now Lucius Harris checks in for the first time.
Kittles has gone cold, and Scott is looking for some firepower, and Kittles has got to get that ball over the rim. All of his shots are flat.
That's over the foul limit. Rick Fox to the line. You can log on to NBCSports.com to email your questions on tonight's game. Bill Walton, Steve Snapper Jones view their answers on a web-exclusive post-game video report. And check out an in-depth preview of Game 3 from former NBA coach, former colleague here at NBC, Matt Dukas. It's all at NBCSports.com. So the Lakers now lead 21-11.
The Nets offense has disappeared. They have missed 11 shots in a row here. Kerry Kittles, the only guy who has scored from the field, is on the bench. The forwards have got to come alive for Byron Scott. Please make a shot.
Well, the Nets came out so shaky in Game 1. Harris forcing. Oh, it's put down by Kenyon Martin. And although the Nets have not shot well again here in the first quarter, they do not look to have the jitters as they did in that first game. O'Neal played down by Eric Williams. And back comes Kidd, bothered by Ori.
You know, Kidd has not been in full sprint when he's got the ball and really pushed it the other way, and they need that effort.
Here's Bryant off the steal. Bryant playing that deflection and extends to a 10-point Laker lead.
Because Kobe is in full flight. He is really aggressive all over at both ends of the floor, so they've got to challenge him, and that's Jason Kidd.
Yes, Kobe looking better than he did in the first game of the series. He came out with a twisted right ankle. I don't know if that affected his shooting the other night, but he is looking better thus far here. Kenyon Martin forcing up the three, but kept alive by the Nets.
Another offensive rebound. Phil Jackson, he's going to start pulling his hair out.
I don't know. I think he feels pretty good. They've got control of the game. They've got the Nets struggling to find ways to score.
Jefferson rejected, but a foul on the Lakers.
Well, I know that the coach of the New Jersey Nets is thinking, I've got to find a way to get my players to make some shots. Scott was a shot maker, but it appears that all he's got is a bunch of brick makers on his team right now. They haven't been able to make the open shots, and if you cannot make shots against the Los Angeles Lakers, they have no fear. They're not intimidated by you whatsoever. Bill, you look at that shot chart, and you got to say, ouch.
Eastern Conference is dominated and geared toward guard play. The forwards, though, like last year in the finals when Philadelphia had Jermaine Jones and Tyrone Hill stinking it up. Now you got Kerry Kittles going back. He's the only guy other than Kenyon Martin who's got a basket, and Martin was on a stick back on a throwdown.
I will have to check out the Kerry Kittles situation as to why he is headed back to the locker room. Kittles only 3 of 8 from the field.
And New Jersey somehow, Marv, has to slow down the Lakers at their offensive end. They got to get some stops.
The Nets 4 for 20 shooting. This coming off that 6 for 22 in game 1. Lakers 23, Nets 15 as we approach 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Oh, shot by Rick Fox. Rick Fox, you recall, opened up in quiet fashion in the Western Conference semifinal series against Sacramento, then came on strong the last 3 games, had a solid performance in game 1, and he's played well here in the first quarter. The tip missed by Lucius Harris.
Rick Fox is the perfect complementary player. Everything is moving, flowing magnificently for Los Angeles right now. They are toying with New Jersey.
Here's the double to Martin, comes over trying to steal the ball, and then Ori not able to handle it. It's a 5-on-2. Kidd for Jefferson. 5-on-2 break by New Jersey. Now the Lakers get it down. Nets did not get back.
As soon as you said 5-on-2, first thing in my mind is, well, who's staying back? Because you know Shaq's not going to race back on a transition defensive play.
It was a Laker power play the other way.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do, Bill. Harris tripped up, and that's the second committed by Bryant.
Now, remember in the fast break by New Jersey, you watch Shaq, and I got Robert Horry back there with him. Now, all you have to do is look up, and you're going to find Shaq right here ahead of the pack, and this is an easy play to make. Tell me he's not sucking a little gas.
They're ahead by 10 points. They're rolling. He's going to go take a breath and be right back.
And Kobe Bryant also takes a seat. Brian Shaw checks in. We talked the other night about Lucius Harris still playing with that protective gear, although he does not need it. Cleared to play without the mask about a month ago, but says he's more comfortable. I ran into Lucius before the game, so I didn't recognize him without the headgear. He does not wear it around the hotel.
You got a little bit of a chance here to make up some ground in New Jersey without Shaq and Kobe out on the floor.
Oh, beautiful pass from Kidd to set it up, and Aaron Williams able to finish with just under 1 minute remaining in the first. The Laker lead is down to 6.
To show you how confident Phil Jackson is, he's got both Shaq and Kobe out at the same time.
Bryant sitting out after picking up his second foul. Lakers now have Samaki Walker playing the center position with Orion Fox at the forwards.
And they got to gobble up every rebound and make a push. Kid decides, let's hold for one.
There is a 4-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Nets only 6 of 24 from the field. So that is worse than what took place in game 1. But they're down by just 6 points. The ball back to the Lakers.
To run a back cut like that, Kenyon Martin has to be closer to the elbow. He's way too far out. You can't throw a pass from that far away with both feet rooted to the ground. No touch whatsoever for the second-year player, Kenyon Martin.
Lindsey Hunter has come on for the first time. Anthony Johnson checking in for the Nets. 7/8 seconds remaining in the first. The difference has been at the foul line here for the Nets. They've hit 9 out of 10 off the bad pass. Here's Kidd. And handled by Fisher as time runs out. And this first one but too late.
Lakers are throwing over the top against New Jersey's press. New Jersey's backline defenders have to take some gambles, try to come up with a steal.
Well, you know, the Lakers find different ways to excite their crowd, and this one brought a little.
Welcome back to Los Angeles. Lakers with a 27-21 lead on the Nets after one. And the scene in the huddle just moments ago.
Guys, we right there, baby. We shot the ball terribly. Like 23% for the first quarter. We 6 points down because we were aggressive. We were aggressive getting up and down the floor. We were aggressive on the defensive end. We didn't give them too many second shots, and we didn't turn the ball over a whole lot. Okay, that's how we got to play. 36 minutes of that type of basketball. Okay, let's stay aggressive on both ends of the court. All right, let's go, baby. Let's go.
Wow, quick mathematics. Byron Scott saying 23% shooting. Actually, and we have the benefit of Mr. Stats, our statistician Elliot Cal, is 24% by the Nets as they hit 6 of 25.
But Byron Scott has done everything right in terms of his strategy, his attack, the offensive end. He just has to get some players playing ball and delivering, as opposed to just reacting and seeing whatever the Lakers do and then just taking the garbage that's left over.
You know, believe it or not, that speech was because they're lucky to be down by 6.
Well, they did it at the free throw line. 9 of 10 at the line. Shaquille O'Neal is back. Good defense here by the Nets. Shot clock to 4. Here's Lindsey Hunter. Rebound through the hands of Ori. Getty hits the deck. And last touch by Ori.
What are the closeout players for the Nets doing on the perimeter, running by a guy who has the shot clock running down on him? Please make some correct mental decisions out there.
Rookie Jason Collins has come on for the first time. Aaron Williams way off. Really shot that over the glass.
We have seen some ugly efforts by the Nets here early. And again, he's got to encourage his guys to keep shooting the ball, but they got to find a hot hand.
Aaron Williams defending on Shaquille O'Neal. Feeling for Williams. Goes to the drop step. Shaquille O'Neal thought he was fouled. He now has 14 points. Nets going with Harris and Johnson at the guards. Collins, Williams, and Jefferson up front. You recall, in game 1, Byron Scott went with the rookie Collins against Shaquille O'Neal. Collins did a decent job on Shaq in that fourth quarter. Johnson is able to hit. Anthony Johnson from the College of Charleston, playing for his 5th NBA team in 5 years. He's going to back up point when Jason Kidd sits down.
So tough to back up a superstar. The Nets continue to pound the offensive glass. It's 11 for them.
Lindsey Hunter not able to hit the 3. Foul is called on the Nets. Stay right here, says Bennett Salvatore. It's on Jason Collins. Let's go to Lewis Johnson.
Marv, you may remember just before the end of the first quarter, Kerry Kittles left the court, went back to the training room with a rolled left ankle. Well, the trainers did a quick tape job on him, and he's back and now available. Marv?
Thanks, Lewis. 6-point Laker lead. 2 minutes gone by in the second. Williams getting a piece of it. Shaw. Nice play by Williams to slap it away from O'Neal.
The bench has given Phil Jackson nothing. No one has scored. No one getting any rebounds. They're turning the ball over. They're throwing up bricks. They're just riding on Shaquille's broad shoulders here, and that won't get it done.
Harris with a critical play to set it up for Collins.
Penetration and dish. Take the ball right at the big man. He'll come every time. And then guys like Collins, McCullough, and Aaron Williams, they've got to move into the open seam.
That was the best play in the last sequence of plays for them. They've all been over the top.
Bryant George puts it down. First points for the Laker bench.
Kobe Bryant sitting it out with 2 fouls. He's just salivating about the opportunity to get back out there and start running.
Lucius Harris is a guy that can make shots, and they've got to find ways to get him coming off the screens and get that jump shot cooking.
Harris rejected from behind. Our aerial coverage today, courtesy of Goodyear and its fleet of airships, which reminds you to take all of life's journeys on the wings of Goodyear. Strong start again for Shaquille O'Neal, who blistered the Nets in Game 1 on Wednesday night with 36 points, 16 rebounds.
Well, I admire, respect, and agree with Byron Scott's defensive strategy on Shaq. But his players are not presenting any level of obstruction. As Shaq is able to get his feet in the paint time and time again with nobody in front of him. You look at the shot chart here. These are just consistent throwdowns time and time again. Make him take a fadeaway.
Shot clock is down to 3. Jefferson. Rebounded by Jefferson. Oh, beautiful. Second effort by Richard Jefferson, and the Lakers now lead 31-27. Here's some pressure being shown now by New Jersey. Rick Fox had trouble finding a teammate, than Devin George back to help. Keith Van Horn has checked back in, so Van Horn is up front now with Collins and Jefferson.
Now, once they pressure and they get Fox running around, they can't just let him get it back up the floor.
Shaq. Doing it from all angles. A little deeper shot. 7 of 9, 16 points.
Well, he's having his way, and that is the ultimate decider in this ball game, what they can do if they can't find an offensive weapon themselves.
Anthony Johnson coming up with the air ball.
Ouch. Maybe they should get him the mask.
Lakers have led by as many as 10. They're up by 6. Kobe Bryant back on the floor, being guarded by Lucius Harris. Shot clock to 5. Bryant. And Van Horn is on it.
They will not be as successful in their open court without Jason Kidd out on the floor, so they're going to have to set.
Lakers have such a luxury because the defensive shot blocker never comes. He has to stay home with Shaq.
Nice move by Van Horn, who was strictly a perimeter guy in Game 1. That's his first field goal tonight.
They feel that he can post up Rick Fox, and if he gets successful, you can see Rob Rory come up in that direction.
Oh, no doubt. Shaquille O'Neal hitting the deck and looked to be in pain as he and Collins were involved in that collision, and the fouls is on Shaq, backing his way and taking Collins down.
Well, finally, someone willing to put their body in front of Shaq. The referees will call this foul. Collins standing right there. Shaq just runs him over, and then his feet get tangled up there and goes down. Unfortunately, no one is hurt.
Bill Collins did a good job against Shaq the other night, although Shaq obviously had his way in terms of scoring, and Collins picked up fouls, but he did provide some degree of resistance.
He's a very good player, Jason Collins. Had an outstanding coach in college, Mike Montgomery at Stanford.
Here's Fox with the roll. Lakers with many opportunities, open shots, and they're not hitting.
Well, that's allowing New Jersey to stay in it, but at this end of the floor, they got to be consistent. Lucius Harris came into the series shooting 55%. He's 1 for 9 so far, Mark.
How long is Jason Kidd going to sit down out there?
Well, here comes Kidd, who's been out about 6.5 minutes. Went out late in the first quarter. The foul is called on Brian Shaw, and Kidd replaces Johnson. Kenyon Martin will check in just a moment. And Richard
Nets getting it done at the line, something that Sacramento could not do in the previous series against Los Angeles. That was their only second miss of the night, 9 for 11.
Don't forget, we'll be back Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 Pacific, to bring you Game 3 of this NBA Finals Series. That's Game 3 of the Finals Sunday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific, right here on NBC.
Which would you take? Made field goals or made free throws?
So much for getting it done at the line.
Lakers up by 4. George got the step. We have not seen that in weeks from Devin George.
Devin George completely lost his game, his rhythm, his confidence against Sacramento. Right now, though, everyone for Los Angeles seems to be having their way.
4 shot by Jefferson off the good defense from the Lakers. Here's George showing confidence. He wanted the shot. He takes it. Rebounded by Van Horn.
Run the give and go there. You got a guy up in the air. Give it up and get to the hoop.
Harris. And the net shooting continues to be inside. And the Lakers lead 37-29. Byron Scott wants to talk it over. 5:35 remaining.
See Todd, the first time it was Todd, the last time it was just him. Shaq is coming down the court. You got to bump him or hold him up or do something. You can't let the guy go by and just get a dunk twice. Those are the mental mistakes I'm talking about. All right, we got to get into the game. All right?
Well, I'm not sure that if you're one of the New Jersey Nets, you want to follow that advice. This is a Big Mac truck on the loose, and nobody's going to get in the lane with Shaquille O'Neal. This is free and easy.
Get back on defense. Will somebody please take a charge? This is the NBA championship. This is the biggest stage that there is in the world of basketball. These guys are just not getting it done.
Well, Todd McCullough has checked back in, as has Kerry Kittles. Van Horn looking for the pick. Keith Van Horn with his second field goal hits a post up, and then the long jumper. The Lakers lead 37-31. Lakers at 52% from the field. The Nets at 27% continue to struggle with the shot, but they've done it at the foul until the second quarter. Good play by Martin. It will be Laker ball with 9 on the shot clock.
Finally, Van Horn sticks one from the perimeter, but Van Horn and Martin are combined 15 for 45 in the series. Only 3 for 9 tonight.
Here's the line. O'Neal.
Throw it down, big man. Call for the lob on the out-of-bounds play. Throw it down.
I'm waiting for the rest of that song. Other than throw it down. I know that's got to be the refrain, but, you know, they're not putting any pressure on the passer. That allows Shaq to use his size and his strength against McCullough, and he's too late. And you're just not going to be able to make an impression on the Lakers unless you can score against them. This is not Boston. You know, New Jersey had a good time against Boston.
How about Shaq? 3 for 3 from the line. The foul on McCullough, his second. Shaq now has 21 points, 9 of 11 from the field.
I'm old enough to remember when Shaq used to miss free throws.
You don't have to be that old.
And one is rejected, but it will count. It's a goaltend against Shaquille O'Neal.
How old do you have to be?
But this is the kind of play you want to make if you're Shaq. We questioned whether the Lakers' self-motivation would be there tonight. Shaq, the big man, has already answered all of those questions.
Fox's foul took the body from Van Horn. The Nets with their third team foul, non-shooting affair, and the Lakers will put it in play.
What a play like that does on the defensive end for Shaq, it'll force him to think New Jersey every single time as Phil Jackson changes the plays from 3 to 5. But it'll force him to think every single time they go anywhere near the 15-foot area, he has destroyed their confidence. Shaquille O'Neal.
Martin played Fox very aggressively. Fox thought he was fouled. Lakers able to keep it alive. Bryant from Kobe with his fifth field goal. He has 10 points. Lakers 42, the Nets 33.
Kobe in the air is so disciplined. His concentration, his high follow-through. Oh, that's a traveling violation.
3 seconds is made. pick.
Dial a violation. In the lane, breaks down the defense. It gets high in the face. Van Horn just gave up on it, but the ability to stay focused over a player. Van Horn is a full 6'10", maybe even 6'11", and he just teased him with the teardrop.
I don't like what I'm seeing from New Jersey, whose ability to...
Slam it down.
No pressure on the ball, and that's what's creating all the problems.
I've never seen a player do things like that on the reverse, going to the hoop for the lob throwdown.
Here's Kittles. O'Neal with the rebound. Fox, he has Bryant ahead of the field. Back to Shaq. Last touch by O'Neal.
Shaq up and down the floor, running, working, determined. This is his.
That arthritic toe is feeling pretty good as Rick Fox was sent sprawling once again. 3:15 remaining in this first half. Lakers have their biggest lead of the night. Todd McCullough with his first field goal.
Yeah, they got to get something from Todd McCullough. Last year when he played for Philly, he was real good on pick and roll, but they're not involving him in that against Shaq tonight.
McCullough had that one big ball game, game 2 of the finals against the 76ers. Robert Horry. And that game, I should say against the Lakers for Philadelphia, 13 points in 16 minutes and did not score at all the rest of the series. Kittles. So Kerry Kittles with 9 points, and Phil Jackson takes a timeout. All right, thank you, Bob. And we have the 1970 and 1973 NBA Finals Most Valuable Player in the building. Willis Reed with Jim Gray. Let's go to Jim.
All right, thanks, Marv. He's now been with the Nets for 14 years. He's the senior executive vice president. Did you ever think you would see the day when the Nets made it to the finals?
No, I thought I would be retired or fired one before that happened. This is a great situation for the Nets, yes.
Now, you have played against Chamberlain, Russell, and Jabbar, so you can give us some perspective, but you haven't played against Shaq. Where would you rank him, and what do you think of his game?
Well, I think for today's modern game today, he's the greatest big man in the game. He's unstoppable in terms of what he does. He's got all the shots, all the moves. He plays power most of the time, but tonight he's playing finesse and power tonight.
You said greatest of the day. Would he go with the greatest of all time?
Well, I don't like to rate guys in different eras. I think Russell was great in his era. I think Chamberlain was great in his era. Jabbar in his era. And right now, Shaq dominates his era.
Willis, no one will ever forget when you ran out and played hurt. So you can really identify with what Shaq is going through with the toe, with the ankles and the injuries. How difficult is it to... Yes, he's hurt in case
it don't look like it. This is not the last 2 games.
But you can identify with playing with pain. What about the tremendous amount of courage and the ability to put that pain out of your mind? What does that take?
Well, I think he's very focused. I mean, for the last 4 games, with the last 2 games in Sacramento and watching this game and the game before with us, I mean, he's been very focused and he's really been doing a great job. He's been unstoppable inside. And I think that's because he wants to win and he is a winner.
Willis, thank you for your time. Good luck in this series. Nice to see you.
Thank you, Jim.
Marv, back to you.
All right, thanks, Jim. Well, we have the 1970, the 1973 Finals MVP, and Willis Reed did it with the championship New York Knicks. And we have the 1977 Finals MVP next to us. Bill Walton did it with the Portland Trail Blazers, defeating the Philadelphia 76ers.
Now that was a team.
Well, let's see if we can look at it and make some sense. Bill, when you played for Portland and Philadelphia had that great team, and you were down 2-0, what did you think? You think you still had a shot at winning?
The reason we were able to win was because of the genius of our coach, Jack Ramsey, who made us believe in ourselves. The toughness and the commitment, as Jack Ramsey called in the game on radio here, the toughness, commitment to the team of Maurice Lucas, who would not let us stop. And then the Blazer Maniacs, the fans who drove us, and it gave us their never-ending love.
Steve, does this sound like an acceptance speech with some sort? Jason Kidd not able to hit the 3. Beautiful foul, but Morey got a piece of it. Bill, congratulations. I don't know what you've just received. 1:25 remaining in the first half.
This is a clinic of how to play the center position. Scoring, rebounding, blocking, laying the passes off, breathing life and confidence into your teammates.
Van Horn is taken down, so he will head to the line.
Van Horn is their story here in the second half, but Bill, this is the kind of pass that just makes everybody see just how good Shaq is.
What a pass. He just saw the whole play before anybody else did. The defense just frozen. He's got the New Jersey Nets, Shaq does, spinning around, dazed and confused, wondering where on earth is the ball.
Reminder, tomorrow at 2 Eastern here on NBC, it's third round coverage of the Senior PGA Championship heading into the weekend. Wayne Levy leads the field at 3 under. The first round leader, Tom Kite, 3-time winner Hale Irwin, and the defending champ Tom Watson are all in the hunt. That's the Senior PGA Championship tomorrow, 2 o'clock Eastern time on NBC. 1 minute remaining, first half. The Lakers up by 8. The crossover by Kobe Martin, and then draws the foul. Kenyon Martin called for the hack, so Bryant to the line. That also puts the Nets over the limit.
You know, the Nets are supposed to be able to pressure and stop the ball, and they haven't been able to. Then you combine it with the inability to score, you're not going to make an impression on the Lakers. Kobe's having a very easy game, just doing it when he wants to. Look, who's at the scores table?
Mark Madsen checking in.
Crowd reacts. Mark Madsen with a rare appearance as Shaquille O'Neal sits down, and he is receiving an ovation. 10 of 13, 23 points for Shaquille O'Neal, along with 6 rebounds and that beautiful behind-the-back assist just a moment ago. For Madsen, only his 7th appearance of the postseason. Lakers now lead 49-40. We're just under 1 minute remaining in this first half. The Nets are 29% from the field. Kerry Kittles thought that he was fouled. The Lakers 21 for 37, on fire, 57% shooting.
New Jersey defensively is switching everything that they come across.
Collins getting a piece of Bryant in the crowd looking for a foul. Kobe is shaken up. Kobe Bryant back down court. Foul on Fox. So the Lakers over the limit. That's 3 on Fox. Kobe Bryant taking a shot in the chin.
But what transition defense by Los Angeles. Kobe down the lane here. The defense finally rotates. He loses the ball. So the play is over for him. And that forearm shiver to the face there certainly inflicts a lot of pain.
Well, he was hoping for a call, and the collision came after he'd lost the ball. Kerry Kittles, who had been pretty good, misses his first free throw.
Somewhere in Sacramento, they're saying that was payback for the Mike Bibby shot.
But Jason Kidd, 0 for 5. And this is the biggest game of his life. How are they going to win the championship if they don't win this game?
Well, Jason Kidd can have 0 for 5 quarters and halves. He's got to come back in the second half.
Lakers by 6, despite the sensational shooting. It's only a 6-point game because the Nets spending a lot of time at the line. They're now 13 of 18 at the foul line. Shot clock down to 5. George. Time running down to the half. Collins gets it ahead. Can Kittles get it off? No, it's waved off. So Byron Scott will be telling his team we did not play very well in this first half. Shaquille O'Neal, the reason that the Lakers are in front. The Nets shooting only 28% from the field, but they are within 6 points. Let's go to Jim.
All right, with Kobe Bryant, 11 points. Kobe, did they draw any blood? Are you all right? What happened on that play?
No, I'm all right. I'm all right. Little elbow didn't hurt.
They only shot 29%, the Nets, in the first half. They're just 6 points behind. Are you concerned that they shot so poorly and they're still in the ballgame?
Not really. I mean, we just continue to play our game. You know, if they start making shots, we'll have to make adjustments. But the most important thing is the rebound of basketball.
You talked about boredom after the first game. Is this more of a challenge here for the Lakers tonight?
Yeah, man, they're all challenging games. Once you get to the finals, it's all, you know, it's all a big challenge. And It's just a matter of coming out the second half, executing our offense, taking care of the basketball, taking smart shots, and hopefully we'll win the game.
Well, we thank you for your time.
All right.
Jim Gray back at Staples Center as we get ready for the second half. Phil Jackson told his team they've got to play with much more energy here in the second half. Unhappy with the 9 turnovers. Unhappy that the team was out-rebounded 27-19. Unhappy with the Nets' 14 second chance points. He's also unhappy that they went to the foul line 18 times. He says, we better not be bored anymore. It's a game. Let's go down to Lewis Johnson with the Nets report.
All right, Jim. Well, I talked to Byron Scott and asked him if there's any answer for Shaquille O'Neal, any answer for the poor shooting. And he said, well, regarding Shaq, nobody in the league can stop him, including us. Their goal in the second half is to stop the other players. The shooting, Scott says he just hopes the shots will fall. And finally, I asked Kerry Kittles how that left ankle is, the one that he rolled in the first quarter. He told me it is sore, Marv.
All right, thanks, Lewis. Third quarter is underway. Kenyon Martin on the move is called for the charge. Offensive foul. That's his third foul. In the first half, the Nets ended up shooting 30%, just 15 of 49. The Lakers 55% from the field.
That was only the second offensive foul on the same possession. We didn't even get to see the one where Kenyon Martin ran over Derek Fisher here. This has not actually been Fisher-Spassky here with Kenyon Martin trying to get into the contest.
Fox not able to hit McCullough on the rebound. Kidd and Kittles in the backcourt. Martin is up front with Van Horn and McCullough. Here is Jason Kidd, and that is his first field goal.
You know, Kidd is very streaky, but he's got to find a way to get into that area, get into the basket area, and really make an impression on the defense of the Lakers.
Fox for 3. Well, Byron Scott very fearful of both Fox and Horry hitting from the corner. Part of the game plan is they try to take away that pass into the corner, which usually gets the Lakers into the triangle if they do not take the shot. And Martin is hit. He's hit on the arm.
The strategy that Byron Scott is using is good. They're just not putting enough resistance on Shaq. Is the penetration into the lane, the crisp on the mark ball movement right into the shooting rhythm, and the rotation just a bit too slow. But the whole idea is to make Shaq work for his points. His points are coming too easy.
Again, they got to forget about Shaq. They got to get some control of their game. You don't get the sense that New Jersey feels they know how to play against the Lakers yet, and that's a bigger problem.
And it goes back to the point we were discussing at the start. It was only a 5-point game the other night, but you never had the feeling that the Lakers were in trouble. Off the steal, Fisher gives it back to Fox. And once again, this game is certainly not close to the Lakers putting it away, yet you don't get the feeling that the Nets are actually in it. Horry on the foul. So the Lakers now lead 54-45.
And while that whole play is unfolding, Horry is out in the basket area, just tipping it up time and time again. Kenyon Martin is laying on his backside out at the half-court stripe. What is going on here?
Jason Kidd called for the offensive foul.
And that's part of the reason we don't sense any control by New Jersey in this ball game. When they get the Lakers to make a mistake or they get the ball back, they're just not sure what they want to do. Kidd with a little push off and a turnover.
The Laker defense is so great. They got the big man to erase everything in the back line. The little guys on the perimeter, they just extend and they contain. They do not give up anything easy.
Shot clock down to 5. Bryant. Nets continue to do the job off the boards. They have severely out-rebounded the Lakers. Another Nets turnover. Here's Fisher, chased by Kittles, and foul. It's called in the act. Kittles committing his third. So Derek Fisher will shoot 2.
Rick Fox able to just throw it over the top as Derek Fisher, not a speed merchant by any stretch of the imagination. Harry Kittles, you'd almost think, because of his size and athleticism, would be able to send that one back. Byron Scott just shaking his head in dismay. And this is not the team that got us here to this final position.
That's unusual for Derek Fisher, who is an excellent free throw shooter. Byron Scott, who played 11 of his 14 NBA seasons with the Lakers, a starter in 3 of their 5 championship teams in the 1980s. Second season as head coach of the Nets, a member of 3 Laker championship teams during the Showtime era.
Well, Scott feels that his team is a team of destiny, but they've got to find a way to get some sort of rhythm at this end.
Well, there's some rhythm in that shot by Kerry Kittles from downtown. He now has 15 of the Lakers lead by 6.
Shaq's only had 1 real touch in the low post here in the 3rd.
Bryant took the hit from McCullough. No call made as
Kobe's looking at the ref and saying, "Where's the foul?"
O'Neal spinning his way, and he is fouled. McCullough and Kidd combining, and it's on McCullough. That is his 3rd.
Kobe splits this double team so beautifully. Todd McCullough comes in and does a nice job of getting his body in the way. Then nothing anyone can do about keeping Shaq from moving side to side.
But you're looking at Kobe out there talking to Don Vaden, the official, and he's saying, "What is the foul?" And when I make that spin, the guy can't come underneath me, take my legs away.
Shaq hit his first 3 at the line. He has certainly improved his free throw shooting, although had his difficulties in the 4th quarter. In game 1, hitting only 8 of 16 from the line in the 4th. That is point number 24 for O'Neal. Lakers 55, Nets 48. This game 2 of the NBA Finals. Game 3 in New Jersey on Sunday night starting 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Kidd from 3. O'Neal on the box out. Get in position.
Now that is a rebound.
Fisher. O'Neal.
Last time down, who would you rather have shoot? Kerry Kittles or Jason Kidd? At this point, Kittles has got to shoot all those open shots. Kidd tossed up the 3.
And the foul called. Offensive foul on Martin. That's number 4.
This has not been his finest hour.
Now Kenyon just 1 for 5 from the field, only 4 points.
He gets a little guy here, and he's just so concerned about throwing a little guy out of the way. Get what you want smoothly and efficiently. You don't have to be so vehement in terms of throwing guys down.
O'Neal played well by McCullough. Now Kidd pushing it, but the Lakers get back. Lakers have done a good job on Jason Kidd. They do pick up a foul, but they've been able to stop the ball.
Their transition defense is outstanding.
But when you are struggling, you got to go with the guys that are making buckets for you. So that means Kittles and Van Horn have got to see the ball. And on this play, Jason Kidd has no idea where either one of those guys are. So he's got to do a better job of finding his shooters to keep them in the ball game.
Foul on Fisher. That is his 3rd. 2 team fouls apiece. 4 minutes gone by in this 3rd quarter. Kittles lost it. It's a 3-on-1. Broken off nicely by Jefferson.
A terrific play by Jefferson, because that was 2 for the Lakers, who haven't done a lot of really sprinting up and down the floor in order to get those kinds of breaks with the little guys. Shaq has had his way.
Richard Jefferson looking like a backpedaling defensive back to break that one up.
Extremely gifted athletically, Richard Jefferson is. Needs some more offensive opportunities, and McCullough shoving in the back.
That's number 4. On McCullough, the other night we saw a combination of Todd McCullough, Aaron Williams, Jason Collins. Byron Scott waiting for the 4th quarter to go with Collins in game 1. Now Aaron Williams will check in, so Todd McCullough with his 4th foul will sit down. McCullough with just 1 field goal, 5 rebounds.
And Aaron Williams shot the ball extremely well coming into this, and he's having a rough time at the offensive and defensive end.
Bryant changed his mind, did not shoot for 3. Beautiful ball movement. Finish the sequence.
Perfect execution of the triangle offense. Everybody handling the ball, crisp passing, resulting in the layup.
Kidd. So Jason Kidd with his 2nd field goal. Lakers up by 7.
Remember that was the play that Mike Bibby was so effective on. Make Shaq guard him.
I'll tell you, Steve, when Shaq starts waving that ball around and the ball fakes. It's just the defense starts lunging, so confused they have no idea what he's doing.
Foul on Kittles. That is number 4. 4 apiece on Kittles, Martin, and McCullough.
Here's the bulletin bill. They don't have any idea what he's doing when he's not waving it around.
I'd like to see Willis Reed come out here and play Shaq.
At his age now, or are you talking about when Willis was
at his age now? No, I remember how great Willis Reed was.
Lucius Harris has checked back in. Fox with the step. Here's Fisher from way downtown. And O'Neal able to keep it alive. And he is fouled by Williams.
Williams is a strong guy. Aaron Williams tried to foul Shine, but he went flying. That's how big and strong Shaquille O'Neal is.
Shaq gets the ball, and you can see that Aaron Williams just never got a good position. And when he is reaching and grabbing, you're not going to do anything with Shaq. Timeout by the Lakers.
Our aerial views are brought to you by the Goodyear Blimp Eagle, based in Carson, California. As we welcome you back to Staples in Los Angeles. Marv Albert, Bill Walton, Steve Snapper Jones. Lakers up by the score 57-50. Shaquille O'Neal getting set to head back to the foul line. He's 4 for 5 at the line.
Shaquille O'Neal guarded tonight by Todd McCullough. Got 16 big points. Then just 7 dunks on the night, throwing it down with consistent regularity. Nobody having any sort of answer. But a bigger problem for New Jersey is their offense, which is just non-existent.
As Shaq goes to the line, let's take a good look at his feet. Sacramento Kings complaining that he steps over before releasing that shot. And, of course, Mark Cuban of the Dallas Mavericks made the point. The Nets said they would not get into it. Complaints about Shaq illegally crossing the plane of the foul line before the shot hits the rim. And apparently earlier, Shaquille had something to say about that. Let's go to Jim Gray for more on the Shaq free throw shooting controversy as Jason Kidd is able to hit on his 3rd field goal.
All right, Marvel, I told to Shaquille O'Neal before the game, he was upset with some comments by Rick Adelman today that he heard. He had a response. He says, the more you complain, the more not dominant I will become. All of this will do nothing. As he will go to the foul line once again on that dunk. All of this will do nothing but make me mad. He didn't complain when I was missing. I have the following to say to Mark Cuban and Rick Adelman. Don't cry, just dry your eye. Marv?
All right.
Well, he is right about one thing. When he was stepping over the line and missing it was fine. Now that he's making them, they're saying it's illegal. So, Shaq is Shaq. He's going to have those games where he makes a lot of free throws. He's also going to have those games where he misses a lot.
If he steps over the line, if it's a violation, it has to be called make or miss.
I agree. I think they have to start calling it next season. It's similar to the balk rule in baseball. Once it's called, guys adjust.
Call it every single time. It's like a foot fault in tennis.
Here's Kidd for 3. So Jason Kidd beginning to heat up. He was 0 for 5 in the first half, and he's hit 4 out of 5 here in the 3rd quarter. He has 9 points. The Laker lead is 6. Fisher, yes. Derek Fisher with his first field goal.
Los Angeles' offense is so beautiful. The splits on the ball on the strong side, over the top. Kobe.
Bryant able to touchdown. The Lakers open up a 10-point lead.
When you shoot quick and deep, you got to get that rebound, and they don't get the rebound, and that's what's turning the Lakers loose.
Back in L.A., well, the Shaq bobblehead doll has hit 2 for 4 here tonight against the Nets. 5 rebounds.
Throw it down.
A look along Celebrity Row. John Lithgow on hand. Michelle Pfeiffer. Dustin Hoffman, a regular at Staples. Selma Hayek taking in the finals, as is Andy Garcia. Mark Wahlberg. David Spade. And it would not be a Laker game without Jack Nicholson.
The beard is looking very strong for Jack.
Lakers up by 10, 5.5 remaining in the third. Jason Kidd beginning to hit his shot after the bad start. Sets it up for Van Horn. Able to beat Horry. Kept alive. And they get the new 24. That's going with Kidd and Harris in the backcourt. Williams, Jefferson, and Van Horn up front. Offensive foul on Kidd. That's his third. And Kidd is hurt as he went knee to knee.
He's a very tough guy. And only hope that he can continue playing. They come in a collision there. And Jason just comes up very sore-legged. 4 assists, 4 turnovers for Jason Kidd.
Jason tried to walk it off as he's guarding Fisher. O'Neal working on Williams. Fisher beating Kidd off the dribble. Try to draw the foul. Van Horn able to take it out of his hands. Here's Kidd. Crowd looking for another offensive foul, but it's a block on Fox.
Great crossover by Kidd that time, who's still dealing with that leg that doesn't seem to be responding. The explosion, the change of pace, change of direction. Easy play to call as he's already outside of the defensive stance footwork presented by Rick Fox.
Well, to quote someone famous, these are the championships. You got to play with pain, so he's going to have to stay in the game. He's got 9 here in the quarter. He's got to find a way to not only keep his offense going, but he's got to get his teammates going.
But a bigger problem for New Jersey, a lot of teams in this league face it, they don't have a guy that you can just give the ball to like Shaq and Kobe and say, get me 2, get me to the line, get the other team in serious deep foul trouble.
That is the major problem for the Nets. There is not a big-time scorer, which you can get away with in the Eastern Conference. And the Nets with that remarkable turnaround, 26 wins a year ago. This year, best record in the East at 52-30.
Shaq wanting to repost, and he got it, but they called 3 seconds.
Saw the violation, the ball back to New Jersey.
It's amazing how coaches want everything. Now, Phil Jackson is over there complaining. You know, count is too quick. You got to let my guy get that spot.
3 seconds. How about 12?
Again, Kidd puts the move on Fisher despite that knee problem. And Derek Fisher collects his 4th. 4 apiece on Fisher and Fox. And the Nets in foul trouble. 4 on Martin, McCullough, and Kittles. Kidd is playing with 3. Brian Shaw will replace Derek Fisher.
Come right back now if you're New Jersey to Jason Kidd and just isolate again and get to the hoop. Drive the ball to Shaq.
Lakers' 4th team foul. Van Horn for 3.
Those shots have got to go down. You're trying to beat a great team. I think one of the great teams in NBA history. And they're playing just average basketball at best.
Just under 4 remaining on the third. Bryant for 3. 16 points for Kobe Bryant. The Lakers lead by 11.
But the Nets are basically a layup team, an inside team, gets rebounds, put them back up. They're not a great perimeter team, and the Lakers are going to make them try to win the games from out there.
O'Neal on the recovery. Look out. Foul once again by Aaron Williams, who took a ride on Shaquille O'Neal.
You ever get the sense that playing against Shaq is like playing against your older brother when you were a kid? And no matter what you did, it's just not enough. And the only thing you can do is sneak up on him, hit him first, and then run as long and as fast as you can and hope that your mom and dad are nearby to maybe save you.
This has not been fun for Todd McCullough, Aaron Williams, and Jason Collins.
Well, that tells you just how much of a test the Lakers have against the Sacramento Kings. Because the Lakers have pretty much been able to have their way, and New Jersey has to find some sort of formula, particularly at the defensive end. Stop the ball first. Then they can worry about Shaquille O'Neal, but that ball is moving too freely.
Devin George has checked back in, replacing Rick Fox. And Shaq hitting the free throws. Shaquille now 8 for 10 from the line. It is 32 points. Lakers have their biggest lead of the night. They're up by 13. Griffin. Overthrown. And back comes Van Horn.
That was a heat check.
Harris for 3. Comes back to Harris. Shoots again for 2.
This guy's a good shooter, Lucius Harris.
Yeah, he has really had his problems. 0 for 9 from the field. And a foul call.
Well, you're not going to beat the Lakers with one-on-one play. And that's what we're getting from New Jersey. They've got to get the ball moving. They've got to get people cutting to the hoop. The time that they have, they've been able to score. They've been able to go to the rim. If you're going to go one-on-one in a set offense, you're going to end up fighting the clock, and then when you throw it up, it's going to come from the outside.
The Lakers are an outstanding defensive team. They have all the elements. They can shut you down whatever you try to do.
Anthony Johnson coming on for Jason Kidd. Kenyon Martin, despite the 4 fouls, will check back in, replacing Keith Van Horn. You mentioned Lucius Harris, usually a very fine shooter. In the 2 games, 1 for 14. He might flip that mask away.
Might? I mean, if I'm Byron Scott, I go over there and I take the mask off and say, come on, I want Lucius Harris. I don't want Zorro out here.
O'Neal 10 of 12 from the line. He has 34. Lakers have extended to a 15-point margin. Aaron Williams.
That's the shot he made against Boston. This is a different level.
Nets have missed their last 8 shots. The drop step. 36 points for Shaq and a 17-point lead.
And counting.
Well, it just appears that they don't have an answer either way. If you can't make shots and you can't stop the ball, then you're going to see the score run up. And right now, the Lakers having a good time of it.
I think Byron Scott has to come back with Jason Kidd right now.
Here's Shaw for 3. Let's run to the double team and an open up for Bryant Shaw. And they're getting killed in every aspect of the game. And that's also not able to hit a shot. They missed their last 9. A 12-0 run by the Lakers. Coming to NBC beginning a week from Monday, June 17th, the first game of, yes, Brains, Brawn, and Backstabbing. Dog Eat Dog here on NBC. And here's Monday, June 17th, and by golly, amazing how these things work. There is Brooke Burns, the host of Dog Eat Dog. What a coincidence.
It's amazing how you can do that, Marvin. I mean, you just start thinking about things, and these people show up on your television screen. Digital, Bill.
Kenyon Martin is hit from behind by Robert Horry. Minute 37 remaining. And the third, Lakers with a 77-57 lead. Let's check it with Lewis Johnson. Lewis?
All right, Marvin, that last time out, Byron Scott trying to keep his troops focused on this game. He says, I know the shots are not falling, but right now with 135 to go, 137 to go, we need to make one run, just one run to close the 20-point gap. Marv?
Thanks, Lewis. Martin only a 67% free throw shooter. Jason Kidd 0 for 5 in the first half. Did come out in the third quarter. All 11 of his points in the third quarter. 11 of the Nets, 14 points. The Nets are 5 for 16 from the field. In the third, they have missed their last 9 shots. Here's Aaron Williams, and that ends that particular streak.
I think that they have to start thinking about game 3 and a game plan that will work. So use this final quarter to get something going to where you actually believe you have a chance you can win and not talk about, well, if we make a run.
Comebacks happen when somebody's playing well. You cannot look at one New Jersey Net player and say, that guy's really got it going.
And off the hustle, it's deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Nets. Samaki Walker has come on for Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq 13 of 19, 36 points, 8 rebounds.
The first thing you have to do if you're New Jersey is find a way to compete. Try to find a way to make it difficult for the Lakers to do what they want, and they haven't done it in either one of these games.
Oh, sweeping by Williams, but not able to put it down.
He was so open, he was stunned.
Jefferson going to the crossover and stripped.
But that last drive of Kobe's, no help. He goes in naked and he misses. He wants to get there again.
Lost it. Martin played him well. Harris has a 3-on-2. Martin gives it up. And so much for the 3-on-2. Johnson of the Nets able to convert.
Laker transition defense, and they know how good New Jersey is, particularly when Jason Kidd is in the game. Now, Jason has not had a good series at this point. They are totally focused in on getting back, something they normally do not do.
Final seconds of this third quarter. Bryant with the feed for Shaw over to Walker. He was looking for a foul call as this third quarter concludes.
What a pass by Bryant Shaw. Now that guy's fun to play with.
Kobe does everything right except finish. We've seen that a few times in the championship drive for the Lakers where he's lost control of the ball. And on the way up, he loses control of the ball and hits the back iron, but he can't believe it. And the big fella, he's stunned as well.
Smiles all around here at Staples. They're laughing at themselves right now.
Welcome back to Staples in Los Angeles. Marv Albert, Bill Walsh, Steve Snapper Jones, Jim Gray, Lewis Johnson, the entire crew on hand as we head to the fourth quarter. The Lakers up by 16. It has been a horrendous shooting performance by the Nets over the first two games.
You know, the Lakers are a good defensive team, but they're not that good. And New Jersey is a team that came in with the reputation of being a sprint team, a layup team. You've got to make perimeter shots. They're not doing it, and they got to get out of L.A. They got to get back home, and they got to get into their comfort zone.
Balderdash.
More of that?
The Lakers are a great defensive team. Who has been able to get good looks?
We just did a whole series of good looks for Sacramento.
And they missed them.
Are you guys finished?
Shaquille O'Neal scares the other team.
Are we on the air, Steve?
I don't know where he is.
Incidentally, Game 3 in New Jersey, Sunday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, right here on NBC. Fourth quarter is underway. Shaquille O'Neal remaining on the bench. Samaki Walker is up front along with Robert Horry and Devin George. George, yes. So, a bit more confidence in that shot here tonight.
Well, the pressure's not on him.
But if you're going to make a run build, you got to make it against this group with Shaq sitting down. Kobe is not really dominating things, but, you know, he's still a big threat out there, but they've got to get some sort of scoring from the rest of their team.
Martin has been very quiet. Jefferson on the follow, so 10 points for the rookie Richard Jefferson. Lakers lead 79-63.
More importantly for New Jersey than how things are going right now is where they're going to go from here and what Kenyon Martin is going to do to be able to make himself a dominant figure in this finals.
And the foul on Walker, a holding foul.
But Kenyon Martin has not been a dominant figure in the playoffs. They've played well as a team, and they've gotten some great contributions from Harris, Kittle's kid, and that is lacking against the Lakers.
The Lakers, you just their defense.
Kittles from downtown. Gary Kittles has shot the ball well. He now has 18 points.
You got Shaquille O'Neal, who's the best defensive center in basketball. You got Kobe Bryant, who's a phenomenal defensive player. Robert Horry, is there a better defensive power forward?
Offensive foul.
What I'm saying, Bill, is the Nets have had a ton of wide open shots. You got to make those shots. Forget all of the laurels for those other guys. When you're wide open and you miss, you don't have to guard.
Foul on Walker once again. Minute and a half gone by. And the fourth. Here's Kidd. Yes. A three for Kidd and the Nets with a little flurry here at the start of the fourth. 8 unanswered, and they've cut it to that Laker lead. Once 20, it's down to 10.
And how long does Phil Jackson leave Shaquille O'Neal on the bench? Shaq's already starting to take his towels off. He wants in this action now. Enough of this sitting it out.
Here's Shaw for three. Now this is what occurred in Game 1, where the Nets did rally and made their move in the fourth quarter, and they're making the move right here. Jason Kidd again with a three. 13 unanswered points. Jackson wants a timeout. Reminder, tomorrow at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, right here on NBC, the final leg of the Visa Triple Crown, the Belmont Stakes. They're expecting a record crowd of 85,000 tomorrow. War Emblem going for racing's greatest prize, the Triple Crown. The Belmont Stakes tomorrow at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on NBC. It's a 15-2 run for the Nets to get back into it. Shaquille O'Neal has made his return. Here's Kobe Bryant, and he draws the foul.
Everything changes the minute the big man walks back out on that court. All the driving lanes open up like the parting of the Red Sea. The defense has to worry about pinching back in on Shaq, so they are no longer able to contain on the perimeter. And Kobe to the line once again.
Foul call on Kenyon Martin. That is number 5 on Martin. Kobe Bryant 1 for 2 from the foul line.
Well, Jefferson did a good job. So if Kenyon Martin does foul out of this ball game, Jefferson can play in his position. They'll go back to Keith Van Horn. But Kittles and Kidd are making shots right now, and they got to keep that up.
And the Nets have been able to rally by virtue of successful three-point shooting. Overall, they're only 5 for 15, but 3 for 3 here in the fourth quarter. 81-72, Lakers on top after leading by as many as 20. Kidd get in the stop from behind.
That is such a great play by Shaq. Forces the miss and then turns around and grabs the rebound that he intimidated. That's what great centers do.
Now Collins defending on O'Neal with help from Jefferson. So this will open up the perimeter shooting for the Lakers. With the Nets going to the double team.
Last time down, Jason Kidd tricked himself. He had a layup and should have stuck it out there with his right hand.
Kittle's wide open for 3. And they continue to hit from downtown. The Nets are within 6 points. That 20-point Laker lead has evaporated.
Kerry Kittle showing that he is the stick that they need and coming back to life here in the fourth.
Horry lost it. And here comes Kidd. Kittles from downtown. Rebounded by Bryant. Well, the Nets had hit their previous 4 3-pointers.
Lakers are totally out of rhythm, out of sync right now. They've got to get back to busting through their offense, cutting hard without the ball, and getting the ball to Shaq on the move.
Collins fell down. He felt he was pushed. No call made, and Shaquille O'Neal able to take advantage.
How is that not an offensive foul? Jason Collins is standing right there and gets thrown to the ground.
That is a poor man's imitation of Bloody Divac.
I totally disagree.
Jefferson, nice pass. Collins hit by George. So the foul on Devin George.
Now you go back and you look at that play and you'll get to sing your favorite song. Shaq's going to come across the lane. He's falling down before he even gets there.
There is no history whatsoever of Jason Collins being a flopper. Shaq able to throw it down by himself. He does not need that sort of advantage by allowing himself to run over a stationary defender.
So Rick Fox back in. Brian Shaw checks in. Robert Horry and Kobe Bryant will sit out. Collins a 70% free throw shooter. He says he wants to be a broadcaster after his playing career. Watch out, guys.
Well, let's hope he plays a long time.
Graduated with a communications degree from Stanford.
Backcourt pressure the first time here in the second half.
7.5 remaining, fourth quarter, 6-point Laker lead after leading by as many as 20. Here's George. O'Neal to the rebound, and he is fouled by Collins.
Just over the top. Shaq does a very good job. Shaq's over there talking to Devin George, saying, look, either make a shot or give it up. Shaq over the top here in good position and then just lowers his shoulder. I would say that's an offensive foul.
Is that what he said to Devin George?
Absolutely. Come on.
Make a shot or get out of here.
No, give it up.
Oh, give it up, I'm saying.
And if you don't give it up, then get out of here.
Shaq is 10 of 12 at the line. All right, let's go to Jim Gray. Jim?
Marv, before the game, I saw Shaq's college coach, Dale Brown, who's here in the crowd tonight, and he said that Shaq went to Tex Winter in the preseason and said, Tex, tell Phil, I don't want to coach this year. I don't want any help. I don't want any other schemes. I want nothing. I don't want to look at videotape. I want to figure this out on my own. And Coach Brown says that because he figured it out on his own, now he's very comfortable, and that's what's caused his improvement. Mark?
All right, thanks, Jim. Shaquille now has 40 points. Lakers with an 85-77 lead, and a defensive 3-second call will lead to the technical foul.
A bailout there because Jason Kidd was changing pivot feet with every tick of the 24-second shot clock that time.
It wonders how you can spot these little foot movements, but you can't see when a guy just barrels through somebody.
Well, the Nets are now 17 of 25 from the line.
You know, when you're trying to come back, you got to have every single offensive effort go down. And so Kidd and New Jersey have got to find some more offensive rhythm.
That is a very difficult shot for Jason Kidd. For anybody with the exception of Kobe Bryant, Tracy McGrady, and Allen Iverson.
Kidd is now 6 of 14. He opened up 0 for his first 5 in the first half. He's come out in the second half. Fisher is looking for the call. Able to hang in. And the Lakers lead by 10.
Byron Scott was looking for an offensive foul. Wonder what's going on around here. He's still perplexed and riding these referees.
Kittle's being guarded by Shaw. Good pick by Martin. Shaw got a piece of it.
All right, Kittles is the guy that's making shots on a consistent basis. At some point, you've got to decide as a team how many times you're going to get him the ball.
Well, Kidd does just that. Kittles with the runner. So Jason Kidd able to find Kerry Kittles. Kittles the high man for the Nets with 23.
What a beautiful pass by Jason Kidd. Just driving the ball at other people's defenders. Forcing the double team, setting up his teammates.
Fisher for 3. Yes.
Now, the Lakers haven't had a great three-point shooting night, and if they're so concerned about Shaq, let's see if the Lakers can make some deep shots.
Kidd for 3. And a tripping foul charged to Jefferson. There is no question that the elevation and the energy is back in the game of Shaquille O'Neal. Another dynamic performance. 40 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists.
And the decision in game 1 of Byron Scott to single coverage and stay at home. Shaq has whatever he wants. So he just overpowers the rookie, the young, inexperienced Jason Collins. Then in game 2, things are a little bit different. They give Shaq different looks, which is a good strategy. Make him make constant decisions. Shaq gives it up. I think he's the best passing big man in the game today. The shots have been falling for Los Angeles. And while the defensive effort has been good, the numbers for Shaquille from game 1, game 2, the 6 assists tonight, free throws, absolutely outstanding. Where is the forward production for New Jersey? Kenyon Martin and Van Horn, ouch. Martin 1 for 7, 4 points. Van Horn 3 for 8, 9 points. That won't get it done.
Horry's pass rejected by Martin. Still 10 on the shot clock. Here's Fox for 3. 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the 4th. Lakers up by 11. Led by as many as 20, a 15-2 run by the Nets. Got them back into it, but the Lakers have that double-digit lead. Collins. So the Laker lead is now 9.
What I'd like to see from New Jersey really is a good offensive scheme about how they're going to get their scores. I mean, they're just kind of dribbling it around, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, the Lakers get it back.
But the problem is, Lakers now have Kobe Bryant on Jason Kidd.
Good play by Collins, and it's a jump ball.
Collins has been, without question, the best big man that Byron Scott has come up with. Shaq, how many points does Shaq have? 40? Well, Todd McCullough has 2. Aaron Williams has 4. Collins has 6. Maybe the 4th-string center will have 8.
But Collins has done the best job at the defensive end on Shaquille O'Neal.
In every aspect. The position, the aggressiveness, the confidence, the thought process.
Well, Jason Collins with vivid memories of the 40-point game that Shaq had during the regular season. Not completely on Collins, but he was burned. Another 24-second opportunity for the Lakers. Fisher surprising O'Neal by going behind the back. Kidd, nowhere to go, had to throw back. Here's Kidd, and the foul, blocking foul on Fisher.
Well, Jason Kidd, when he's on the drive, he's like a fullback, and he's just bullying Derek Fisher. Once he gets him moving, he's getting that shoulder into him, and he's getting the advantage, and yet the call is going the other way. A big second half for Jason Kidd. Got to put 2 halves together if you're going to beat the Lakers.
3 team fouls apiece. That was number 5, though, on Fisher. Shot clock down to 5. Here's Kittles for 3. Bryant with the save. Crowd urging the Lakers on. They lead by 9 as they seek to make it a 2-0 lead in this best of 7 as they head back to New Jersey for the game on Sunday night. Horry, O'Neal, and a holding foul.
And what Shaq has done very well tonight is offensive rebound. He's put himself in a position where he can be first to the ball. Jason Collins is saying, I'm boxing him out. He's got to be coming over my back, but he's up in the air before Collins leaves the ground.
That was number 3 on Collins. 2 months ago, Shaq had that 40-point game, for the most part against Collins. Todd McCullough was injured, did not play, and Collins fouled out in 20 minutes in that game. Fisher's pass broken up. Good hustle by Fox. Lots of time on the clock.
Get the ball to Shaq. What are they thinking?
Well, here it is. O'Neal.
Has got a lot of learning to do here. How many rebounds for Kenyon Martin? 4. To go along with what, his 4 points.
Here's Kidd shooting the 3.
You're not going to beat the Lakers with hoping that the three-point shot is going to be your basic weapon. You've got to be able to mix in that high percentage too. Fisher to the line.
Fisher fouled. Well, the Nets have 2 timeouts remaining, have a full and a 20. Lakers 2 and a 20. 2:46 remaining in this 4th quarter. Derek Fisher back to the line. He is 0 for 2 from the line. Most unusual for Fisher to have difficulty at the line. So the Lakers now lead by 12 in that 15-2 run. Back 3rd quarter into the 4th. Would you call it a cosmetic run on the part of the Nets? You never had the feeling that they're back in the ball game.
Fool's goal is what you'd call it, because the points came on the lowest percentage shot in the 3-point field goal, and they were hoping that they could continue to make them, and that shot broke down as well.
Fool's goal is right because it was at
Kenyon Martin. It's only a 2nd field goal. He has 6 points. His moment here tonight.
Well, he's got 2 baskets, both on dunks, both on stickbacks. I mean, how about a game? How about some moves?
Horry for 3. And Kidd fires it down. Martin will try to save it, but stepped out of bounds.
Kidd was the only one that knew where that ball was going. Martin got a late start, and you could tell it was just going to run away from him, and so it's another turnover. So every time they get a miss, if they don't do a good job of converting, the Lakers have it back. And Kobe has not had a big-time game, and the Lakers have been in cruise control.
New Jersey's adjustments have to be more on the offensive end than on defense.
Horry thought he was fouled. Fisher right on target, and the shot has returned for Derek Fisher. That's a 3, his 2nd straight. He has 12 points. Lakers lead 97 to 83. Here's Kittles for 3. And Shaquille O'Neal with rebound in the history of the NBA Finals have ever come back from a 2-0 deficit. That's not to say that it can't be done, but it's very difficult. It's able to hit from downtown. The 1969 Boston Celtics beat the Lakers, and Bill Your 1977 Portland Trailblazers down 2-0 to the Sixers came back to take the series. The Nets will be in that position when the scene shifts to the Continental Airlines Arena for game number 3 on Sunday night. Lakers up by 17. Coming up tonight, following the Lakers and the Nets and your late local news. Stick around for the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. And tonight, Jay welcomes Chris Webber and Mike Bibby from the Sacramento Kings, actor James Garner, and the music of No Doubt. The Tonight Show with Jay Leno following your late local news. And for those of you who would like to continue with the NBA Finals, we'll have a post-game special on CNBC immediately following the game. The NBA Finals post-game special on CNBC, hosted by Hannah Storm, along with the Czar, Mike Fratello, Tom Tolbert, Peter Vesey, all on hand. Just a minute 15 remaining in this fourth quarter.
The celebration is underway in Los Angeles.
Foul is called. Richard Jefferson taking the shove. Red Fox, number 5. The rookie from Southern California, Brian Scalabrine, has come on for the first time for the Nets.
Well, the victory cigar went in at the break. Mark Matson came in, and everybody cheered, and they had a comfortable lead again. The big fella walks off, and Mark Matson back in as Shaq dominated this ball game.
Shaquille O'Neal receiving standing ovation. 40 points for Shaq, 14 for 22 from the field, 12 rebounds, and most impressive, 6 assists.
Equally as impressive was his psychological intimidation here. Plus 36 while he's on the floor. Why did they ever take him out?
Coming up on a minute remaining in this fourth quarter.
Well, they figured they need at least 2 more wins, Bill. They don't want to wear him out. They feel that they're winning this game here comfortably in both halves, so they gave him a breather.
He's wearing them out. He's not getting worn down.
Bryant, yes! From downtown. 21 points for Kobe Bryant. Shot the ball very well, 8 for 14 from the field. Also has 7 rebounds and 5 assists. Johnson, Horry able to gather it in. Just a half minute to go in the game. The Lakers will shoot just under 50% for the night, while the Nets at 35%. Standing ovation from this crowd as the Lakers just working around in no hurry. Now Bryant again from way out. For Kobe, who gave us that Michael Jordan shrug. Final seconds. Johnny Marshall just checked in, is not able to hit. So the Lakers win this one going away. Led by as many as 20, the Nets got back into it. But as we've been saying, you never have the feeling that it was a ball game.
The Lakers, they're really good.
Good point, Bill. 106-83 is the final score. Let's go to Jim Gray.
All right, with Shaquille O'Neal, who had 40 points and 12 rebounds tonight. Shaq, they got it down to 6. Did you ever feel this game was in doubt?
You better get ready. You better get ready for tomorrow, the Tyson Lewis bout. No, they're a great team. Jason Kidd's MVP this year. He's a great player. They fight, they hustle. We know that if we get a lead, we got to take care of the ball, play smart. And a couple of times, we had a couple of lapses. They just came back, but we know what it takes to win. We know what it takes to, maintain our composure and keep our lead.
You were plus 36 on the court tonight. Have you been able to intimidate the Nets?
I'm not trying to intimidate them. I'm just trying to win. I always said to myself,
after the disappointing sweep against the Houston Rockets. And if I ever get back to this level, I need to, set my mark, let my name be known, and try to win. We have two, and right now I'm just focusing on number 3. I don't get into all of, trying to, intimidate people. I'm just playing.
Do you think there's anything that the Nets can do to make this more competitive?
We're used to any type of defense, so, whatever type of defense they throw, we just have to play smart. And you better be smart tomorrow. Don't ask Mike nothing.
Did you like hitting me? Who are you picking?
I like Mike. I like Lennox. I just want it to be a nice, clean fight, and I wouldn't mind seeing Mike Tyson back on top.
Shaq, congratulations. We look forward to seeing you.